Tired of the dating app scene filled with fleeting connections and awkward small talk? Imagine using a forgotten childhood memory to cut through the noise and create a deep, meaningful bond. We will show you 8 nostalgic lines that will make you the most charming date, even if you are struggling after a hard-fought divorce with an empty pocket. Prepare to experience a magic and charm you never knew existed. Here are 8 nostalgic lines that will ignite a romantic connection. 1. Nostalgic line. Remember when mixtapes were how you showed someone you cared? What songs would be on your mixtape for me? Why it works. It touches upon the cherished memory of creating mixtapes to express affection and interest. It brings up the idea of personal expression of love, and love is an emotion that is well understood by everyone of every kind of background. How to use it? Ask this question playfully, with a genuine interest in their music taste and the message they'd want to convey. This works best when you are in a situation where sharing musical taste is natural, like listening to music together. 2. Nostalgic line. This place reminds me of those old diners we used to go to as kids. What's your favorite childhood food memory? Why it works. It brings back feelings of comfort, warmth, and security that are usually associated with childhood. It evokes a sense of familiarity and shared experience. How to use it? Use this line in a restaurant or cafe with a retro vibe. Be prepared to share your own favorite childhood food memory and really listen to their answer. 3. Nostalgic line. Do you remember those old payphones? If you could call anyone from the past, who would it be and what would you say? Why it works. It triggers a sense of longing and curiosity about the past. It allows them to share a deeply personal thought or feeling. Payphone is something most people are very familiar with. How to use it? Pose this question during a quiet moment, maybe while walking in a park. It can lead to a deep conversation about life, loss, and love. Or, nostalgic line. Remember waiting for your favorite cartoon to come on? What was your absolute must-see show growing up? Why it works. It taps into the excitement and joy of childhood anticipation. It's a lighthearted way to discover common interests and shared memories. This is a good question to break the ice or to change the topic into something light. How to use it? Ask this early in the conversation to create a relaxed atmosphere. Follow up by sharing your own favorite show and why you loved it. 5. Nostalgic line. What's the most memorable gift you ever received as a kid, and what made it so special? Why it works. It delves into sentimental values and the emotional connection to material objects. It reveals what they value most in life. How to use it. Ask this when the conversation starts to get more personal. It shows that you're interested in their feelings and values. 6. Nostalgic line. Remember those choose-your-own-adventure books? If we were on an adventure together, what kind of adventure would it be? Why it works. It sparks imagination and playfulness. It invites them to dream about a shared future. Everyone has the idea of what an adventure means to them, and being able to freely imagine it is what makes this line work. How to use it? Use this line to lighten the mood and inject some fun into the conversation. Let your imaginations run wild and build a story together. 7. Nostalgic line. What was your favorite song to dance to when you were younger, and why did you love it? Why it works. It connects music and movement to a sense of freedom and joy. It invites them to share a personal expression of happiness. How to use it? Ask this when you're at a place where dancing is possible or even just in your car. You can even follow it up by playing the song and having a silly dance-off. 8. Nostalgic line. If you could relive any moment from your childhood, what would it be and why? Why it works. It evokes deep reflection and reveals their core values and desires. It creates a sense of intimacy and vulnerability. How to use it? Save this question for when you feel a strong connection. Be prepared to listen with empathy and share your own vulnerable moment. While these lines can be incredibly effective, remember that genuine connection requires more than just clever words. It requires active listening, empathy, and a willingness to be vulnerable. We hope that these lines allow you to meet your partners at a deeper level and start meaningful long-term relationships. However, one aspect we didn't fully explore is how cultural differences might affect the reception of these nostalgic lines. Further research could investigate which lines resonate most across different cultures and age groups. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content on building meaningful connections, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned for more tips and tricks to boost your love life.